Go ahead.
I want to tell you an experience I had. It was about 3 or 4 months after I got baptized. I went to work one day and I was working and something happened and the boss and I got in a terrible argument. And I was so enraged that I was really bothering. And then I just stood, in a minute I stood still and realized what happened to me. Because, when I went to the water, God said He'd make me a new creature. And I wasn't that new creature. I was the same old person I always was. And that bothered me. So I was so upset. I went to the time clock and I punched out and I went home. And I cried all the way home in the car. And I got home and my wife said, "What happened to you?" And I explained to her. I said, "Well," she told me, she said, "Lou, you got to pray about that." So that night when I went to bed, I started to pray about it and talk about it and become a dialogue with God. What happened to me? We kept talking back and forth. He wanted me to go apologize and I wouldn't do it. He said, because I said, "It's his fault. It's his fault." The boss said, "I don't need apology. He's got to apologize to me." I kept this up all night. Well, it wore on and on and on. Finally, I conceded, like I'm dialoguing with God. I says, "Okay, I'll go, Lord. I'll go because you're telling me to go." But in my heart, I didn't think anything was going to happen, and I didn't know what's going to do. So I went to work that next morning, and I went, and the boss was sitting in the office in a chair, and I went up there and I extended my hand, and I told him that I apologized to him. I put my hand out, and he was shocked, and I was shocked, and we embraced him. And next thing I know, he started to cry. I started to cry, and I looked up in my mind. I looked to myself. I said, "Oh God, that's how it works." And we were the best of friends ever since. We were the best of friends ever since. And we fellowshiped together, him and I. We went out to lunch and everything.